Shane Steichen. This is a guy that's in the Coach of the Year conversation. If you were to tell me beginning of the season that they were going to be 6-6, I'd be like, damn, Anthony Richardson's a hell of a quarterback. But he goes down week 3, gets banged up. They move forward with their backup quarterback, Minshew Mania. He's gone in there. He's played really great football. His awareness sometimes does question me sometimes, but overall, I mean, also losing Jonathan Taylor for a period of time. He's been banged up as well. You're filling in with Zach Moss, who, if you would have told me this season he was going to have a career year, I wouldn't believe it. And now he's been playing great football. Michael Pittman's elevated his game. Gardner Minshew's playing out of his mind. The Colts, this is a hell of a team.
Yeah, the Colts are a hell of a team, and wow, what a difference a coach makes. I looked at the Indianapolis Colts last year and their coaching, and I was like, their coaching sucks. I watched them play, and I was like, wow, what a horrible coach they have. And it was just, to me, always felt like a team that had the talent there, but always underachieved. Wasn't really sure if Michael Pittman was a 1 or a 2 yet. And now that they add Josh Downs, and that as a rookie wide receiver, he's been playing very well for them this year. We're seeing Alec Pierce take a step forward this season. We're seeing Michael Pittman have the best year he's ever had before. And then Gardner Minshew is a player who, he was with the Jacksonville Jaguars, had one of the best interception to touchdown ratios in the league. And then also with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, can you name a wide receiver on that team? Like, that was after the aftermath of Blake Bortles. They draft this guy. Gardner Minshew gives the Jacksonville Jaguars franchise life. Everyone is wearing mustaches. They're saying this guy is an icon. Then he goes to the Philadelphia Eagles as a backup quarterback. Shane Steichen brings him with him to the Indianapolis Colts. And then Gardner Minshew, he just steps in there and then has been winning them close games. And it's not like, oh, yeah, they're scheming around him, and there's definitely a great scheme on offense, but he's letting it rip too, where it was 4th and goal in overtime, and then he rips it for the touchdown. And it's not only that, when you have a quarterback throughout the season, it's long, it's grueling. Being an NFL athlete is one of the toughest jobs in the world here, especially for a team like the Indianapolis Colts, where you're fighting every single week for every yard and every play there. Gardner Minshew makes it fun. Like, just him in the locker room dancing. Yeah. It seemed like he was getting that team hyped after the game. He's a guy where your players can rally around him and believe in him. Not the tallest guy in the world, not the smartest guy in the world, but he just goes out there, gets it done, and he makes winning plays, and he's not afraid to let it rip when it matters most. And for him, it's just the awareness in the pocket, where sometimes he gets a little bit of tunnel vision down the field. He has those fumble issues, but for me, I look at a game like Houston and Denver, it's like, well, who's been playing better this year? Has it been Gardner Minshew or Russell Wilson? And for me, I would rather have Russell Wilson at this point, or Gardner Minshew at this point. And then he's been able to elevate the Colts to a point where they have a chance to get it done in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that they could pair up with a team like the Dolphins, or they could pair up with really any of these teams. I think a lot of them are vulnerable at this point, especially if the Jags end up winning the division without Trevor Lawrence at the helm. I think they can definitely go in there and win a playoff game. And I think, again, this goes shout out to Shane Steichen, because he saw Gardner Minshew. He saw the talent there. He brings him in. And it's unfortunate to see what happened with the Jonathan Taylor situation and what happened with Anthony Richardson going down. But bringing him in there, having the culture form as quickly as it has, I don't think he gets enough credit for it, because Gardner Minshew, he's one of those guys that I don't think the league really takes very seriously. He's a backup. He's somebody that you don't really love to have as your starter long term. But at the end of the day, when he fills in for situations like this and he's played as well as he has, I give credit to Shane Steichen for seeing that talent in Philadelphia and bringing him over, having that solid backup for Anthony Richardson, someone that could give him pressure. I know beginning of the season we said that Gardner Minshew should start and then bring Anthony Richardson in later. I think he's a guy that, if he doesn't find a starting job elsewhere, coming back to Indianapolis and having that culture builder within the locker room, with Anthony Richardson being essentially a rookie again next year with the limited amount of times he got to play this year, I think a lot of credit to Shane Steichen here.